According to ecotricity.com, we will be out of fossil fuels in 150 years or less. This is a big problem because everyone uses fossil fuels. We use them for everything in our daily lives, from using natural gas to heat our homes, coal to provide electricity to our homes, or oil for transportation. We all use fossil fuels on the daily. And so running out of them could be a huge problem. This is a highly debated and discussed topic in the environmental science field, and one that I have studied extensively recently. There are suggestions swirling around how we can fix this problem everywhere, and I'm here to talk to you about one suggestion that I think trumps them all. Thorium. Element number 90 on the periodic table, on the same row as its nuclear counterpart, uranium. Thorium has been largely ignored, and this needs to change. Thorium poses many advantages to our current energy state that we cannot ignore it any longer. And yes, there are problems with thorium as it exists today. It is the best option we have and the cleanest option we have. In this speech today, I will be addressing how thorium has been used successfully in the past, how it is better than any other nuclear energy solution, and how there are problems to thorium, but how we can overcome these problems. The first thorium reactor was created in 1965 by Alvin Weinberg, taken from the Oak Ridge National Laboratory website, ornl.gov. This reactor functioned for 15,000 hours approximately before being shut down in 1969. The reason for this shutdown is still largely unknown, as it functioned very well for those 4 years. And in fact, a year before, a man named Glenn Seaborg gave a presentation to the Atomic Energy Committee about the successful testing of the thorium reactor. Even after this presentation, a year later, the United States government decided to shut down the thorium program and pursue uranium as a better alternative energy source. Mr. Weinberg, who was the director of the National Laboratory, as well as the inventor of the thorium reactor, was fired in 1973 by the Nixon administration because he continued to pursue thorium as an alternative source of energy. While he lost his job because of it, maybe Mr. Weinberg was right. Maybe thorium was a better alternative. Maybe the reactor should not have been shut down. And this begs the question, why are we not using thorium as an alternative energy source? In a day and age where we have so many people calling for a clean, cheap energy source that is not fossil fuels, this should really be getting more attention. The only nuclear energy source we have today is uranium, and we all know the problems that are associated with uranium. Deadly accidents such as Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, and many more are associated with the dangerous capabilities of uranium. Thorium is a safer, cleaner, cheaper, and 3 times more energy abundant alternative to uranium, taken from Forbes.com. Uranium reactors are extremely unstable and pose a physical safety concern to anyone working near them. While thorium uses largely the same reactor as uranium does, it is not unstable, and the reactors are very safe to be around. Thorium reactors can be used in such a way that they have automatic responses to events that pose a threat to people, such as losing power to the reactor, that uranium reactors would not be able to respond to. The energy abundance and overall mineral abundance of thorium could extend our fossil fuel use for years to come. And while thorium could be the answer, it is not yet. Fossil fuels are very economically advantageous, which is largely why they are used so extensively in our world today. The thorium reactor was developed 55 years ago, and is still not economically viable. With all the inventions that we've seen since 1965, there is absolutely a way that we can find to make a thorium reactor viable that can extend our fossil fuel use. And creating viable reactors could use to increase energy production for a cheaper and cleaner cost. Thorium has the potential to be a very beneficial mineral and element if we use it correctly and if we spend the time and resources developing it. Having extensively researched this topic, it leads me to believe that thorium is the most viable alternative source to energy in our world today. Thorium is more energy rich, more just abundant in general, safer, cleaner, cheaper, everything than uranium, and yet we're still using uranium as an energy source. If thorium is the answer, why aren't we asking the question? Thank you.